Hey guys, it's Mary here. Welcome to today's Kutabi lifestyle cooking video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make curry bread rolls. Very quick process. It'll take about 30 minutes altogether. Now, I've already got all my ingredients measured and ready to go. If you don't know the measurements or the ingredients you need, then just check out the caption, everything's in there. Okay, now I'm gonna go through the equipment you need. You just need a big bowl. It doesn't have to be this big, but just something that you can mix everything in. A sieve, a spoon, then you're going to need a tray to put in the oven, put your bread rolls on, and yeah, obviously a towel or something so you don't have to burn yourself while operating the oven. Okay, first things first, we're going to wash our hands. First step we're going to do is preheat the oven. The temperature I usually preheat my oven to is 220 degrees. And yeah, we just leave this on for about 15 minutes during the whole process of mixing all the ingredients together and making our rolls. Once you've got your flour measured, you're gonna put it into the big mixing bowl. I don't need this anymore. Okay. Your spices, so you have your curry powder, your cumin, black pepper and salt. Now you can just chuck them all in there. And then you have 1 packet of yeast. This is what will help your bread to rise. Chuck that in as well. Now time to mix. You can use your hands to mix this or just use your spoon. Going to take this bowl again, transfer everything back into the bowl. So now we're going to start sifting the flour. So it's not going to all fit in my sifter at once, so just put as much as I can. Okay, once all the flour is out, you can just tip the rest of the stuff in. I have seeds and stuff in it because that's what's in my flour already. Okay, all of that is done. Now, the next step, we grab our water and it's time to get mixing. So you want to just be pouring bits of it at a time into your bowl and then mix it. And then once all the water has been absorbed, then pour some more in and then repeat until all the water's finished. So let's get started. Your flour is going to get a bit more like crumbly, a few more chunks as more water goes in. So your flour should get a bit like mushy, a bit sticky almost. Okay. So your dough should look like this. It's going to be a bit sticky, so when you touch it, it should stick to your fingers. So now you're going to grab the flour, the cup of flour that you have for mixing it. Now, this is the part where your hands get a bit dirty. This is the fun part. So you're going to grab some flour, rub it into your hands to stop the dough from sticking to your hands. And then you're basically just going to keep adding flour to your dough while turning it over. So you're like kneading your dough basically. So put flour on part of your dough, close it up, squish it down again, add some more flour, Close it up, squish it down. You just want to keep adding flour to the sticky parts of your dough. So every time you close it, flip it again, it's sticky, so add a bit more flour. Mix that in, close it, find a sticky part, add some more flour, and then just keep doing this for a bit. Your dough is going to end up getting a bit thicker, a bit harder, but that's what you want. You don't want your dough to get too hard, but you don't want it to be sticky either. You should be able to hold your dough in your hand. It shouldn't be so sticky that you can't do this. So, once you get it to this point where it's not very dry, but it's also not sticking to you anymore, then you can break it into 4 parts. So what I do is I just stretch it out a bit in my bowl. When you stretch it, it's going to expose the sticky dough again, so just got to add a bit more flour. Just going to break it in half. Doesn't have to be exact, you just want to make 4 rolls. So once you break it in half, break it again for the other half. So you're going to end up with 4 small pieces of dough, and these are your 4 bread rolls. So now to finish it off, you're going to do what you did with the whole mixture, but now just with a small ball. So you're just gonna squish it a bit in some sticky parts, add some more flour, and then close it up, and then repeat. You only have to do this a few times because you don't want your dough to get too hard. Now once that ball is done, chuck it back in the bowl, and then repeat for another piece. Add some flour, close it. Second ball done, chuck that back in, onto the third one. And that's the third ball done, onto the last one. Okay, so you have all 4 balls complete. Nice little rolls. Now we're going to be putting them onto our baking tray. So grab my olive oil. I'm going to pour some onto the tray. And then just mix it around, cover the tray. I need a little bit more. You just want to cover the whole base of the tray. Flatten it a bit and pop it on. And do the same for the rest of your rolls. Okay, I'm just going to add a bit of flour on top of each of them so that when they come out of the oven, they're nice and white on the top. Okay, now it's time to put these into the oven. Now your oven should have been preheating for about 15-20 minutes by now. Okay, so open the oven up, grab your towel or whatever safety equipment to not burn yourself. Now you're just gonna pop them in. It's still on 220 degrees, it stays like that, and yeah, they're ready to start baking now. Okay guys, time to flip these bread rolls. So make sure you have a towel or something to hold the tray so you don't burn yourself. Pull it out carefully, grab your tray. Okay, now you're gonna flip these over. Be careful, they might be quite hot. Flip these over. Open the oven back up. I will see you in 5 minutes. Okay guys, these rolls should be done. Now, turn that timer off. Okay, you can go ahead and turn your oven off. Then grab your towel, or whatever it is you've been using. Now be really careful because this is hot. So, slowly make sure you have a good grip on your tray. Now I'm gonna flip these over again. I'm just gonna place them down on this rack to cool down. And just be careful with your rolls because they're gonna be hot. Now all we have to do is wait, let them cool down a bit. It should take 3 to 5 minutes, just let them cool down so that they're a good temperature to hold and to eat. So now we wait and then we can eat. Okay guys, time's up. It should be cool enough to hold now. So I'm gonna grab my cutting board. Now, let's cut one up and see what it's like. Pretty happy with that. It's a nice orange color. Crunchy too. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys like the rolls, hope they taste good, and I'll catch you next time on our next video. See ya.